Hey y'all, this is Marla K. Hope everybody is well. Got a story I want to share from the Daily Hodl. It's about the digital economy, and it was posted on April the 20th, 2024. So it says $38 billion in deposit flight hits Wells Fargo and Citigroup in 1 year as JP Morgan Chase CEO issues warning to Federal Reserve. These are the stories that you will not hear on the news. So it says new numbers show two of the largest banks in the U.S. are witnessing billions of dollars in deposit flight. So people are taking their money out of the banks. Quarterly earnings data shows Citigroup's deposits dropped from 1.3305 trillion in quarter one of 2023 to 1.3072 trillion in quarter one of this year, a reduction of $23.3 billion in the span of 12 months. Oh, it's not moving. Okay. So it says moving forward. Okay, so it says, meanwhile, deposits at Wells Fargo dropped by $15.1 billion over the same time frame from 1.3567 trillion in quarter one to 1.3416 trillion in quarter one 2024. JP Morgan Chase says deposits tumbled 7% in its consumer and community banking division in quarter one, excluding numbers from the firm's majority acquisition of troubled First Republic Bank. Across the entire firm, JP Morgan says deposits were flat, excluding First Republic. Moving forward, JP Morgan Chief Financial Officer Jeremy Barnum says America's biggest bank expects deposit balances to remain flat at best as consumers look for more yield on their cash. People don't have no money. People spending their money. And people who do have extra money, they're taking it out and investing it in other things, trying to keep it on their person and not in the bank. We expect deposit balances to be sort of flat to modestly down. So that's a little bit of a headwind at the margin. In a world where we've got something like 900 billion of deposits paying effectively zero, relatively small change in the product level reprice can change the N11 run rate by a lot. Meanwhile, JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon warns U.S. banks will likely witness another crisis if the Federal Reserve decides to raise interest rates. In his latest shareholder letter, Dimon says that banks as well as leveraged U.S. firms will be in dire straits if persistent inflationary pressures force the Fed to tighten monetary policies. Excuse me. When we purchased First Republic in May 2023, following the failure of two other regional banks, Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, we thought the current banking system crisis was over. They knew that shit wasn't over. Excuse my French. Excuse me. Only three banks were offsides in having the toxic combination of extreme rate exposure. Nobody want to hear all this shenanigans. So anyway, it says, remember, a simple 2 percentage point increase in rates essentially reduced the value of most financial assets by 20%. And certain real estate assets, specifically office real estate, may be worth even less due to the effects of recession and higher vacancies, which came because of the pandemic. Um, and again, y'all have to understand all these things were created since 2017. Everything has been manufactured to get us to this point, but they've done it slowly and quietly. So most people missed all the signs that they were like pulling the rug from under us. So it's almost time for us to fall down. And, they're acting like they are doing us a favor and waving the white flag and red flag and yellow flag, giving us warnings when they're all in cahoots together. So it says also remember that credit spreads tend to widen, sometimes dramatically in a recession. So anyway, um, people are taking their money out of the banks. What they're doing with it, I don't know, but they are removing the money. And that is a sign for you as well to understand people who have resources are pulling them out of these big banks and doing something with it. They're not saying what, because believe me, if you're pulling your money out of the bank, they know you're sending it, doing something with it. So just make sure that you are not sitting on a whole bunch of money. I don't care if it ain't a lot to me, it may be a lot to you, but you can't just be sitting looking at it thinking, oh, I don't want to spend it. Oh, I'm going to let them hold on to it. They're going to hold on to it, all right. And you don't want to wake up one morning and you can't go to the bank because the banks are closed. You can't access your money online. There are no ATMs working. Like, that's the type of society we're living in now. So um, it's becoming a little more challenging, from my understanding, to get your money out of the bank. But make sure you do it because just don't know what's coming, but something is coming. All right, this is Marty K. Love y'all, and I'm out.